Hello, in this video I'll show you the location and how to remove and maybe replace the starter motor on Mercedes C270 CDI W203 model. Before I start removing the starter motor, first I'll disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. The battery is located behind the cabin filter, which is right there. We need to remove the cabin filter and we'll have access to the battery, and then we'll disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Now we're gonna go underneath the car and I'll show you where the starter motor is. This is the starter motor right there. The starter motor is held by two bolts, and also we need to remove the power cable, the nut for the power cable and the nut for the solenoid cable, and take out the two cables. Here you can see in the far end where the nuts are that we need to remove. Also the bolts holding the starter motor, this is one of them right there, and the other one is on top of the transmission. In order to get access to that bolt, we need to get a long extension and go through the whole top of the transmission. But in order to do that, we need to lower the transmission. To lower the transmission, we need to remove the bolts holding the transmission mount. These are all the bolts that we need to remove. First, we'll start by removing the two solenoid cables, the two nuts for them. They're just there. One of them is size 13, the other one is size 10 socket. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. That's the two nuts removed, and now you can see that the two wires for the solenoid and for the power are disconnected from the starter motor. Next, we need to remove the two bolts holding the starter motor. First, we start with the top bolt. In order to get access to the top bolt, first we're going to remove the bolts holding the transmission mount. Now I'll show you which bolts we need to remove. We start by removing those two bolts. Then there is another 8 bolts that we need to remove afterwards. Once we remove the last bolt, just hold on to the transmission so that you can lower it by hand. It doesn't go that much down, maybe just a little bit, but it's just enough so that we can get access to the top bolt. The socket that I'm going to be using to remove the bolts is E14. So like I said, the starter motor is held by two bolts. One of them is down there and the other one is on top over there. Maybe you've seen it a little bit. Now I'll show you how to get access to it, how to remove it. This is my long extension that I'm using. I'm going to put it just on top of the transmission. With one hand I'll put it on top of the transmission, and with the other hand I'll just guide it to the bolt in between the space in between the transmission and chassis. Now I'm going to, with my left hand, I'm going to guide it to the bolt and put it in the bolt, and then I'm going to get a ratchet and loosen the bolt and remove it. Now that the bolt is loosened, I'm going to turn it by hand until it loosens all the way, and then I'll remove the bolt. Now the bolt is loosened, I'm going to take out the long extension and I'm going to remove the bolt. And as the top bolt removed, that's the top bolt. Now we're going to remove the lower bolt. For the lower bolt you don't need such a big extension, a bit smaller extension would be just enough. Now that the socket is in there, I'm going to loosen the bolt, and then I'm going to use the electric ratchet to remove the bolt the whole way. And that's the lower bolt removed. Now next we're going to take out the starter motor. The starter motor should be loose now. There is enough space to take it out without removing anything. So just take out the starter motor. Once we remove the starter, we can repair it or just replace it, and then putting it back on is in the exact reverse order. Hopefully the video was helpful. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.